Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talks Blood. It's all the rage these days, hey? Blood. You remember Little Nas, the so-called pop star who had the 666 trainers? The drop of blood in the soles of the shoe. A drop of blood from a human being, apparently. I think they were called Satan shoes. Yes, there he is doing the one-eye peekaboo crap with the pentacle on the shoe, etc., etc., and then was plugged by Miley the Virus Cyrus. But now we have another blood-infused product, okay? Tony Hawk, the skateboarder, who is putting his own blood into a mixture of paint which will be used on a limited edition of skateboards. Now, I know people will say, it's just a gimmick. They are just doing this to get attention and it's working and you're giving them attention. Well, it doesn't matter as it's already sold out. And yes, I know that is part of it. But I don't know, there's more to it than that in my opinion. It says here, skateboarder Tony Hawk actually donated 2 vials of his own blood that was then mixed in with the paint used on a limited edition run of 100 skateboards. And they sold out instantly. Here's a clip of the video posted on his Instagram page. I don't know about you, but this guy's face, I mean, look at him. He's kind of looking a bit weird, is he not? He's kind of creeping me out.
Hey, what's up? I'm Tony Hawk, and I recently became an ambassador for Liquid Death Mountain Water. Apparently, I didn't read the fine print, and now Liquid Death officially owns my soul. And my blood, too? It's very confusing, and we're going to use it for skateboard graphics. So they're going to mix my blood into the paint and do a limited run of skateboards using my real blood in the graphics. But some of the profits will go towards killing plastic pollution and to building skate parks in underserved communities. Yeah, so I guess go to liquiddeath.com to get skateboards with my blood in it. Wait, if you have my blood, that means you have my DNA. No clones.
Get the Liquid Death skateboard infused with 100% real Tony Hawk today. Wow, you can own your very own piece of Birdman, but hurry. Supplies are extremely limited, so visit liquiddeath.com/hawkblood.
So, you can't get away from it, really. Blood is used by those who, practice black magic, or Satanists, who use it as part of a ritual for whatever reason. They use it to invoke spirits, all kinds of stuff these people are involved with, like the spirit cooking by Marina Abramovich, who is connected to loads of Hollywood people and Lady Gaga and Rothschilds, who in turn is connected to the United Nations. The spiritual foundation of the United Nations is the Lucis Trust, which in turn used to be called Lucifer Publishing, which also runs the meditation room in the United Nations building, which is dedicated to the God of many names. Who do you think that God might be? Now let me take a guess. Oh, I don't know. I wonder who it might be. Anyway, I'm transgressing here. Blood is used in these circles, clearly in rituals. Now, these publicity stunts with Tony Hawk and Little Nas, I'm not saying that these are trying to do anything in that area particularly, but what they are trying to do, and I believe this is deliberate, and it's been deliberately done in this area, is to advertise the concept of using blood, of taking people's human blood and commodifying it, putting it into a product, and number 1, making that seem like a normal thing to do, and then 2, making it seem as if a product containing human blood, like a shoe or a skateboard, make that seem cool, or make it seem that it's now desirable to own. I believe that's one of the reasons why they only have done a limited amount, like in this case, or on both of cases, because they can then turn around and say, oh look, it's sold out in seconds, you see? Oh wow, it gives the impression that it's got human blood in it and it sells out very quickly. That makes it cool, or whatever nonsense may be going through the dumb and impressionable brains of people who fall for this guff. And why are they doing this? Because in the future, I believe they want to make being a vampire an everyday normal thing, okay? Now, I know that sounds crazy, but I'll explain, okay? This article was from April this year. They made a big deal of it in Newsweek. Can blood from young people slow aging? Silicon Valley has bet billions it will. The article goes on to talk about the billions of dollars invested by big tech. Yes, that's the same big tech companies that are attempting to control the news, the mainstream media, censoring people on their social media accounts by skewing algorithms so that you search for something and it's blocked. Those people, that big tech, they are investing billions in this. Those companies that you can trust, yeah, those nice guys looking to harvest blood from the young in order to keep themselves alive younger, because that's what it is at the end of the day. I mean, you know, they say this helps the old improve their immune system, and there is all of this health talk about it. They call it blood plasma therapy. They talk about the tests they are doing on people with Alzheimer's, etc., and how it can maybe stop certain illnesses. But this is all an excuse, because what they really can see is the target market, and that could be to stop the aging process. I mean, look at the sales of oil of Ulay and all those anti-aging creams and whatever. That's a massive market, and if it works, as they seem to be claiming, and obviously they are showing as in the Newsweek cover, they need to make that idea, the idea of blood in a product, to be acceptable to society. So that's why we are seeing these products coming out in a limited edition, to try and condition the public into accepting the idea, the freaky ass idea of blood infused products, and I expect you're going to see loads more of these coming up over the next year or so. And it's once again a sign, it's a clear sign of things getting very twisted, of people in power, in control, who seem to want to push these taboo boundaries and try to make stuff acceptable in society that would never usually be considered acceptable. Putting human blood into skateboards and into shoes, making them seem valuable, making them seem desirable, making them seem popular, okay? And this whole thing, it ties in with these myths and stories from ancient times. As many of you have said, I've got loads of emails about this. Pharmakia is the Greek word. It's an ancient Greek word meaning the use of drugs, potions, spells, poisoning, witchcraft, magical potions. Pharmakia is where the word pharmacy comes from, where big pharma comes from. And of course, there is that line in the Bible in the end times where it says, "For your merchants were the great men of the earth, for by your sorcery all the nations were deceived," which some people are saying is a reference to pharmakia as the ancient word for sorcery, magic spells, magic potions, and obviously speaking about it in terms of what's happening today. Now, you know, I know there are people out there, they complain when I cover this stuff, you know, they just switch off. But to me, even if you are not that way of thinking, you cannot deny that in some ways science and these ancient myths are starting to blend together. But I'm open-minded, and I like to look at all angles with so many things happening. The omnipresence of the number 666, as detailed in one of my videos last week. These blood transfusion companies that are obviously set up with the notion of giving young blood to the old in order to make them young. And then getting billions of investment and all of the other crazy stuff going on in the world. You've got to wonder, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. As always, thanks for listening. Come and subscribe to the tribe at hugotalks.com, a place for like-minded souls who don't follow the crowd.